Let's talk about the difference between regular Rhino tools and Grasshopper tools by building a sphere. Regularly, when we type sphere in the command box, enter, click here, we can build a sphere. Change it to the shaded. We can select it, we can move it, we can rotate it, and so on. But if we want to create a sphere in Grasshopper, we need to go to Surface tab. Go to the Permutate drop-down menu. Now we get a few options about sphere. I'm going to go with the typical sphere this time. Click it. See a little plus sign appears. Click here. You see two things happened. We get a little battery-like object on the canvas in Grasshopper, here, over there. On Rhino window, we get a sphere. Let's zoom in a little bit. This one. These two things are related. If you didn't see it, right-click here, click the preview. See? If we click the battery-like object, the sphere on Rhino window change to green. That's telling us the sphere is selected in Grasshopper. So, see? The sphere on Rhino window is previewed. We can't select it. We can't move it. Actually, we can't touch it. All of our transformation of the sphere has to be happened inside Grasshopper. When we navigate a tool in Rhino, we can type a command in the command box. We are able to do a similar thing in Grasshopper. So let's delete this guy. Double-click on the canvas. A small window pops up. Type sphere. Enter. The battery-like object and the previous sphere show up. Zoom in a little bit. See the battery-like object has two inputs and one output. The input and output control the sphere. If your battery-like object doesn't look like mine, you can go down display, draw an icon, or not draw icon, draw phone name, or not draw phone name. The base controls the location and orientation of the sphere. The radiation gives it a size. The output, which is the sphere here, is an untrimmed surface. For changing the size to the sphere, we can create a number slider. Double-click here. Just type a value in the box. For example, 3. Zoom out a little bit. Let's move it here and move it here. And when it's green color, that means it's selected. So come here, see the little arrow shows up. Click and hold it. See a bigger arrow with a dashed line up here. Drag it to the radius of the sphere and let it go. We can see the sphere size of the preview in Rhino window changed. If we select the little thing here, we can increase or decrease the sphere size. There is another way to input a value. Go to Params tab. Panel. Click it. Click here. A panel object pops up. The panel can be using to input, but also using to output. So double-click it. Type 8. Plug it to the radius. That makes the sphere size changed. We can also plug the output into the panel. So let's do this. Arrow, that, and move the panel to this way. And plug the output into the panel. That tells us a surface is coming out. Next, let's talk about the base. Zoom out a little bit. By plugging the base, we are able to move the sphere. Go to Params tab, Geometry, Point. Click here. We get a point container. I zoom in a little bit. And also zoom in a little bit in the Rhino. Create a point. Type point in the command box. Drop the point here. Go back to the Grasshopper. Create a relationship between the point and the point container. Right-click the point container. Set one point. Select the point in the Rhino window. Now if we click the point container in Grasshopper, the point in Rhino changes to green, as well as the point container. That means they relate to each other. So see, green, not green, slack, not slack. Drag the point container into the base. That updates the location of the sphere to the location of the point. Now if we select the point and move it in Rhino, we move the sphere as well. Let's see we are happy with the sphere. We want to bring it to Rhino, so we can use it as a part of our design. For doing that, we have to bake it, since the sphere is a preview now. Right-click here. Bake. A window pops up. Click OK. We get a baked sphere in Rhino. Now we can select the sphere and move it. But it's no longer related to the Grasshopper. For example, if we change the value, we can change the size of the preview, but not the size of the baked sphere. Let's bake another sphere. Right-click, bake, OK. Select it, move to here, and change it to, let's go to bake, OK. Select it, move to here, zoom out a little bit. Now everything looks fine. So we want to disappear the preview in Rhino. So select all of them in Grasshopper. Right-click in the dashboard, preview off, and click. When we use Grasshopper to create a 3D model, we have to save the Rhino file and the Grasshopper file. So go down the file, save in Rhino. Go down the file to save document in Grasshopper.